Hey, I hope you're having a nice week. Over the past couple of years, many of you have reached out and asked how you can support this channel. And so I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes sharing a few ideas I have. And I want to say no pressure to do any of these. This is just me attempting to give a response to those who have asked. So the first idea I have is just engaging with the videos in general. Like, thank you already by watching this one. But yeah, when you watch my videos, when you watch them to the end, when you click the like button, when you leave a comment, even a little comment like saying hi, those all are really helpful to me because they tell YouTube's algorithm that the content is valuable and then YouTube will share the content. So, they'll put it in people's recommendations and they'll put it on people's homepages. The more you engage with the content. Another way you can do that is by subscribing to the channel, clicking that subscribe button just below the video. If you haven't already, again, that's another signal to YouTube that the content is valuable and ought to be shared. And then also you can tangibly share the channel or a particular video with someone you know. You can recommend it. You can post it on your social media if you like it, because then similarly, the more people who look and click, it just kind of snowballs over time. So all of that I've mentioned so far is free, and it hopefully takes 1 to 2 minutes maximum. So super appreciated, super helpful. That is great. That is enough on its own. Some people have also asked how they can contribute financially and support the channel financially. And I haven't had a good response to that. But I did just start a Patreon account at one of your urging. So Patreon, for those of you who don't know, it's this platform where you can go and on a monthly basis support different creators you like. So usually sign up for like $3 a month or $10 a month or whatever. There's different tiers you can support, and then in exchange, you'll get additional content. So I have mine set up in such a way where there's 3 tiers. There's $3, $8, $15. And no matter what tier you're in, you're going to get access to the same bonus content. Because I really wanted it to be not like you get more if you pay more, but I wanted people to be able to give according to what they want to give. And also, we all have different financial situations and different life circumstances. So there's no shame in the lower tiers. And there's still just as much appreciation in the lower tiers. And anyway, so that's how I have it set up. And the additional content that I'm planning on is I'm planning to move all of my AMAs and future AMAs, which are the, ask questions and I'll give more personal answers, that over to Patreon, and can do like that on a monthly basis. And then also have plans to share just, what I'm kind of thinking about for the channel, what I have in my mind next. There's usually a few different things in my mind. And so, if you're ever like, why is she talking about this on the channel? Why isn't she talking about this? I'll give you kind of more background context there. And then, also some stuff of just what's going on in my life. More personal things that don't necessarily make sense on the YouTube channel, but, we're kind of a community now, so it might be fun to know. Also, I was thinking of adding regular polls so that you guys can help influence what topics come up in the channel, what things I, build videos on. And then just some for fun stuff too, right? I just purchased a book, and I was thinking it could be fun to maybe turn it into a book club and read it together next month for anyone who's interested. If you're at all curious how the money would be used, it would mostly go back to this channel, right? It would be used to buy books and courses that I use to then research the topics that I post on this video. It would be used for equipment. Like over the past couple of years, I've got better sound equipment, at your very correct urging. I have lighting equipment, I have camera equipment, I have video editing software. So it would be used to cover some of that stuff. You know, one day my dream would be to have a video editor who's not me. I'm not trained at it, so I'm always like doing YouTube videos to try to figure out how to do things, but I know someone else could do a better job than me. But the thing that it would be most helpful for is just time, right? All the time that it would enable me to trade some hours for my day job to focus on researching and creating and producing videos for YouTube instead. So again, there's no pressure at all. I'm just going to keep saying that. But if that interests you, if you want to check it out, I'm going to put the link to my Patreon page in the description of this video, and I'll also put it on my channel's description from here on out, and we'll just give it a try. If it doesn't work, we can, you know, always get rid of it. But again, thank you very much for asking. Thank you very much for being here and supporting this channel. And I've said it before, but you know, I didn't know if anyone would watch these videos when I first started making them, and I didn't know who would end up watching them, and I didn't know how much fun it would be, how nice it would be to not just create the content, but also the community that's been built. Like I look forward to hearing from some of you every single week, and I wish we could all hang out in person. But you know, obviously we can't, but this will maybe get us a little bit closer. So anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for wanting to. I'll see you next week, or actually just in a couple days. Bye.